What Hitler conspiracies?
Come on. I mean, I don't think he died in World War II.
Oh, you think he went to like Argentina?
Yeah.
I think that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
Because
confirmed.
the Russians found his body, and they're fugazi. Russians. You
Yeah.
can't trust them.
Yeah. There's a whole documentary I think on Netflix about JFK's assassination that I love. It's all about the different angles that like where.
Oh yeah, the mafia took him out.
That's what you think?
I think the mafia and the government.
I think CIA was involved.
I think they combined. Because do you know about? All right, so this is the deal with.
Oh yes, because you're talking about what's his face, the guy from Detroit.
Not even that, but like I think the government contracted the mafia to take the hit because they couldn't go back. If they got caught, they couldn't have it leaked to the government. So they outsourced the mafia to do it. Because by the way, the mafia put a hit on JFK years before. Because when JFK's dad was he was running for president, JFK's dad went to Sinatra and was like, "Hey, can you help get the Teamsters involved to back my son for the presidency?" And Frank Sinatra went to the bosses of the mafia, was like, "Hey, they're willing to do this." The mafia went to Sinatra and said, "Listen, we'll back him. He can't prosecute us. He can't come after us. That's a deal."
But that was
and
like
then as soon as they got into the office, Bobby Kennedy went right after the mafia.
Yeah.
And the mafia was pissed. The mafia put a hit out on JFK and Sinatra actually went to hiding for 6 months. And then he had to pay an undisclosed amount of money to get the hit taken down from.
Really?
Yeah. He went to hiding for like 6 months.
Why did they not like Sinatra?
Because Sinatra, if in the mafia, if you vouch for a guy, it's on you too.
Oh, so he vouched for JFK.
He vouched for JFK. It's on him. So he's getting taken out.
Okay. What's the name of the guy? The guy that I'm thinking of, the Teamster guy.
Hoffa?
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa. That's right. Him.
Hoffa just wanted more. He wasn't the Teamsters president. He wanted more power.
Yeah.
He wanted the power back. And the mob was like, "You cause too much ruckus. We don't want you back."
You know that story of Jimmy Hoffa and Jimmy Hoffa and RFK hated each other.
Okay.
And there was I think they were at like Congress or something, and they were just fighting during Congress, and then they're like, "I will kick your ass," and then it became a thing between the two of them. Like, I can kick his ass. I will do it,
dude. I'm back in Hoffa. No way. RFK's too pretty.
Really?
Too pretty. Come on. You out of your mind. I mean, his son is jacked, but I mean, Hoffa's from the streets.
Yeah.
Initially,
Come on.
You're talking about a guy that's initially from the streets and then has been like
once you start in the streets, you don't get out of the streets. It's in you.
The streets.
RFK was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you never know. Maybe he's like a Batman, where he like was trained in a cave to fight the mafia.
It's just like, I was born in the darkness, Hoffa.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is Democracy Now! We have a guest today.
Yeah.
His name is Chris Scopo.
Hi.
One of my first friends in New York City.
Yeah.
And
I feel like this is between two thorns, but I'm between two Asians.
Between
this is nice.
Yeah. Between two ferns.
This
you
is
mean?
nice. Yeah, whatever it is.
Asians are usually just Asians
are a thorn in my side. Let me tell you.
We're usually just decoration, anyways.
Yeah. No, you secretly run the world. Don't worry about it.
Oh, actually, you know what I did? Looked up yesterday was because Asians make more on the dollar than white people in America, and I saw this thing where it was by state, and of course, all the red states, we're not making more money.
No.
But that's because there's no real
There's no real Asians there.
There's also no real industry there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No tech there. You guys don't do well in moving boxes. Whites do.
Guess who kicks ass in moving boxes?
This guy.
Who?
I'm a mover.
Yeah, but you're the rare Asian.
I know.
That does that, yeah.
I'm a scrappy Asian.
Yeah. Put an Asian on a coast, they'll take it over. They'll take the whole city over.
Oh, absolutely. We actually make less than white guys in New York City or New York State.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Probably because of finance.
And there's a ton of you here.
There are a ton of there's a lot in like Chinatown that are bringing down.
You're bringing. Yeah, we gotta get those out, and we gotta get you guys up.
I want to keep those around.
You think they're good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not making enough money to do that.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted the Asians as high level.
No. I kind of want the Asians to dip down so I can have more street cred.
Okay.
Because I've got nothing that is making me listenable on stage.
That's just your act in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're having fun here.
Here's a conversation piece that we had a few weeks ago, and I want your input. I was talking with some other Asian comedians,
Okay.
and we've came to this theory that Asian.
It wasn't a lab leak. I know. I get it.
That Asian, I do think it's a lab leak, by the way, but that Asian
We'll get into it.
guys are heckled more than anyone else.
Asian guys are heckled more than anyone else.
And I do think, like, I get heckled quite a bit, and I don't.
Can I be honest? I don't honestly. There's not a ton of Asian guy comedians, so like, as comics, you don't like watch other comics constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
also,
like,
what was hard.
first of
for-
all, like, I if I see someone killing, I want to go kill myself because I'm just horrible at comedy.
yeah.
So it's just like I'm just down in the dumps. So if I see Wilfred killing, I'm like, I'm really bad at comedy. And
Yeah.
no. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I gotta like study the facts here.
Well, we were. I was texting everyone around, and then we've come to the possible conclusion that this might be true, and now I'm trying to go with, if this is true, why?
You think you wouldn't be the most heckled because if it leads to a fight, you guys are the most prepared.
Yeah, I think they're done with us.
Really?
us
Yeah, I
having
don't think that's
martial
the
arts in
stereotype
us.
anymore.
No?
I mean,
No.
potentially. I mean, it's still out there, but I don't think they necessarily
I mean,
look at
you
me
you
or
guys
maybe
saw
Wilfred and think,
for like a year and a half, Asians were getting their asses beat. No one, there was no stories where like any of those Asians secretly knew kung fu.
Maybe they're just hiding it. Maybe they're like hiding. They don't want to. They're like Batman. They can't reveal their true facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
They
you know
just
what?
take
I'm
a
gonna
beating.
die with a secret.
Yeah, but you also you were getting your ass. You were just riding a bicycle and just some white guys were just throwing haymakers.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't even see it coming.
oh,
I did.
right.
I saw that happened right outside my window, right here.
What?
I saw an old Asian guy walking by, and then two teenagers just went and tried it and swung on him.
What'd you do?
I
Nothing.
looked through my. I closed my blinds.
He said, "Oh, he's so sorry." Sorry, that was hacky Asian accent.
That's
Sorry.
okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, heckled. I don't know. I have to study the facts here more. Why do you think that? Because do you get heckled a lot?
Yeah. I
You get heckled a lot.
No.
Well, Gary doesn't do.
I don't do that.
stand-up
Much.
really.
I haven't been getting up that
Also,
often here.
Gary
I know, brother.
Gary fucking blows at comedy. So
Wow.
Whatever.
So
Wow. Stop Asian hate on hate here. What's going on?
So what
Brennan
happens
Brown.
is if you're not, I don't think Gary goes up there with bravado.
It means
Yeah.
confidence. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I would say that, yeah.
So I think it would be
Wait.
it'd be like pure bullying if they heckled Gary.
But I do get interrupted, if anything. Someone like the last show that I did, they like checked me on
Fact
something.
checked you?
Yeah, just like it was this joke about how white people always want to introduce if they meet one ethnicity, they meet another person from the same ethnicity, they want them to meet immediately. And someone's like, I don't do that. And I was just like, well,
Well, that is
the
racism
exception.
in general. You're just generalizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All whites are not the same.
Yeah.
You know
And
that?
So
You know who else does that?
Who?
Me. I love bringing people
Do
together.
you?
You do?
Yeah. I love it. It's nice, like, to get people to like figure out, be like, oh, you're both from Detroit or whatever.
Okay.
You know, like, I love that.
That's a weird thing to be proud of.
Well, it's more that like when you bring them together, then you give them that one commonality, then you
Yeah.
can drift away.
Okay.
You don't have to try to conduct conversation between the two people.
Oh, so you're the go-between.
Sometimes
You're the
I'm
go-between.
weird.
Yeah. You just want people to stop talking to you.
Yes.
Talk to
Yeah,
each
you
other.
want to exit the conversation.
yeah.
This is an exit move.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But anyways, on this podcast we talk about Asian stuff.
I'm so pumped.
Gary does the research.
Question:
Yes.
what's your guys' deal with crouching?
Why do we do it?
Yeah, you guys
Oh.
crouch,
I don't like it.
but you guys. I'm gonna tell you, Asians limber.
Yes.
Limber. You guys can get down
I
to a
know what
low
you're talking
squat,
about. Yeah.
We talked about
and then
this.
you
and
smoke cigs.
Gary said that he did that in the Philippines, but he doesn't do it here.
Yeah, I don't squat that often. Like I feel like if like when I see squatting, it's just like that's their standing. Like I could be at the pier and I see like a lot of guys just squatting, and I'll never understand. Like, and I can do it, and sometimes I just feel like left out, so I'll do it.
Let me tell you, I used to have my landlord used to be an old Asian guy. I used to call him Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This guy would crouch and smoke a cigarette like nobody's business outside my apartment.
I've got a theory. I've come with a theory just now.
What's up?
Asians don't have asses. You need butt muscles and core strength to stand upright.
So you're telling me that it's seeping in.
I think
you got to get the asses going.
I think it's more like a core strength problem.
One
so what
thing,
we do
I've
is we
never
crouch.
seen an Asian woman squat.
Oh, they can.
I've seen Asian men squat like at the golf range. They just do a nice deep crouch and read the ball.
Oh, really?
And like let me tell you, I'm like they get low to the ground.
I can get pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are as a group
Yeah.
limber. Most limber
Yes.
group I've
Yeah.
seen in my lifetime.
I do feel like I see old Asian people just kind of like randomly stretching. Like
You guys love doing calisthenics in a park. That's
Yeah.
your shit.
yeah.
It's I watched it. I forget what park it was, but this is when my girlfriend lived in East Village. We were walking around and I was watching it, and the reason why I was watching it was because I wanted to know if it was Falun Gong.
Oh, okay. Like they had like a meeting there, and they were
Yeah, 'cause
practicing
they-
Tai
What
Chi.
is it? Goddamn triads happen over here?
So
What's going
Falun
on?
Gong is this. It's seen as a cult.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a religious movement that started in China, really as the exercises and meditation in the park.
Mhm.
Then it turned into a religious thing, and then China was like, "I hate this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then
when
they-
China goes no, you go bye.
yes, and so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
left and they moved their headquarters to upstate New York, actually.
I
Not too far
mean,
from
Yeah,
here.
they have a compound.
the
and-
most opposite of China
Yeah.
in the world is upstate New York.
Well, then
They have a compound up there?
they have a compound. up
Imagine
there.
the crouching that goes on in that place.
So much crouching.
Lowest
Lowest
ceilings.
crouching.
Low ceilings.
Lowest amount of Asians on planet Earth, upstate New York.
Yeah.
Lowest place. Yeah, Asians, let me tell you, they love, you guys are good at like, you don't go heavy with the weights. I like it.
No.
You're more body weight.
Yeah.
You like to, your core's got to be great. You guys have great cores. You like to stretch and do that stuff.
Well, I wonder if core strength is the issue though. That's why we crouch as opposed because I have strong legs. My
Okay.
legs are
Yeah.
stronger than my core, and then core you need to stand upright.
Well, no,
That's
but
just
if you're just constantly doing movements, your body weight movements, you're just getting that core going constantly.
Oh sure, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys eat a lot of rice, so you got to burn it. You got a lot of
We do have
energy
to
to
burn
burn.
it, yeah.
You burn the carbs.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, you guys love, but you guys as a group very together.
I'd say you're wrong. You're wrong on that one.
Why?
Because you mean Asians as a group?
Listen, I'm tell you something. When I see Asians stretching in a park, not one white, not one black.
You know what was interesting when I watched these ones? Like 2 black teens just came and joined, and I was like,
Were they on the outside though? They were standing. They were like
yeah.
on the outside. They were like.
They thought it was like Wu-Tang or something.
So
They thought
what
they
I
were-
thought-
They were Wu-Tang?
Yeah. They
Like,
thought
is this a rap video? What's going on here?
This is how they started.
I thought they were like, oh, we're gonna film like an Instagram prank type thing.
Yeah.
And then they just were sincerely doing this with them for as long as I watched.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let me ask you this question about Asians. There's
Hold on,
there's
Gary's making a face, and I want to know why you're being so weird about whatever is going to happen.
No, I
It's
I'm
not-
enjoying this.
it's
I mean,
not-
and-
it's not racial yet.
This
It'll
is
get
also
there.
Chris
Nah,
and I
look.
have we talk shit about other comics, and we act racist towards each other.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, I'm just kind of
But, like,
witnessing this
I've
dynamic.
I've
which is
heard
great.
that like Asian people don't look at black people like they're like real. Is this true?
Yeah, they're mystic beings
Beings.
to us. Yeah,
Is that true?
we don't. I don't believe in black people.
You don't believe? I've heard this rumor. I've heard this. Patrice O'Neill did a bit about this, and I was like, they don't like see black people as real, as like real people, because there's none over there.
When I've been to the Philippines a number of times, and the questions that I get about black people are like super interesting. like my little cousin was listening to what's the band who smokes a lot of weed?
I mean,
Cypress
you really
Hill.
narrowed it down.
Cypress Hill, and he started singing along, and he said the N-word. I was like, no, you can't say that word.
You're gonna police that all the way in the Philippines?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
policed
let it
it
go
all
over.
the
Let it go over there, buddy.
There's
I
no
mean,
one there to offend.
guys having a good time out there.
And it was just like, dude, you can't say
God,
this,
everywhere
man.
he goes, he's a lib.
Listen, I mean, what a cuck, honestly, really.
And it was just like,
We're having fun on a podcast here,
I
being
know.
fucking Republicans, and this goddamn libtard comes in.
And
All right, so you're policing your Filipino cousin who has no idea what the N-word means.
Yeah, who just
Yeah.
has no understanding of like the
What did you say
effect of
to
it.
your cousin?
I was like, no, that's that's offensive to black people. It's like, but he said, there's no black people around us. Still, you have to know this, though, in the event that you are visit the States.
Could he get the pass, though? Would a random black guy see him, like, he's got a pass?
I doubt that.
No.
No?
I highly, because there's a certain amount of cool that you have to carry with you to get the pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I highly doubt that anyone, one, related to Garri, and two, like any Filipino immigrant is gonna say it cool.
Yeah. Unless they grew up in
How
like,
are
South
Filipinos
LA.
in the Asian world? Because I know the top of the Asians are Japanese.
In your mind.
It's
In your-
this is what I learned from collecting garbage money.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We
Japan, top of the line.
Okay.
Top of the line. Then there's Koreans, and then the
Mhm.
Chinese. But I don't know about like the Filipinos, Vietnamese.
So those are I would say top 3, not in that exact order.
Could we tier them? Like, I feel like that the Japanese, the Koreans, and the Chinese are maybe like first tier.
I think Japanese are top of the top.
That's the
Top of the top?
That's the
Okay.
wealthiest tier.
Yeah, and then there's got to be like a second tier, maybe, and that's where we are, like with the like Southeast Asians, like with the Vietnamese and
Okay, now let me ask you a
Laotians.
question. Japanese lady, would she date a Filipino guy?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Now we're getting into it, people.
So the answer is no.
No. That's is that like
that's no.
beneath
Yeah,
her?
yeah.
Yeah,
I've never seen
yeah.
it. I've never seen it.
And
yeah.
white people are racist.
Chinese and Filipino, we mix all the
Yeah.
time.
You can.
We do
Yeah.
mix.
'Cause you guys are on top of the top. Japanese are.
Well, and we're yes, okay. I'm still
But you know
putting
those
the caveat
robes are
is-
so silky. Come on. Those are some nice ass robes they got over there. I don't see Chinese pulling out those silk robes.
Oh man,
Because I would say Korean, Filipino, not often.
not often.
Okay.
No.
Japanese, probably not at all.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Japanese, but all right, so Japanese top of the top because they think they're like the best of the best. They think themselves of like the higher class. Is that correct?
I think they have like the such a strong culture of like
The culture.
of
Very pleasant, by the way.
Very
Every
polite.
time I go into a
Pleasant.
Japanese restaurant, I am treated with like I'm king.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm
yeah, when
maybe because I'm
Yeah,
like
we
we
don't
go-
get that treatment.
I'm
I
2
don't
feet
think-
go
taller than
in,
everybody in
they
there, so maybe
spit.
I'm a giant. But
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
but no. I'll go in there like, and then Chinese. When I go to Koreans are cool. They hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah.
Chinese, it's tough. They're a little rude.
Yeah, I was gonna say impolite. Yeah, I feel like it's just like here, give
We're
us
talking
your
about-
money
yeah, in
and,
New
and
York.
transaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, so I posted this clip where I was talking about the South China Sea, and there's a little dispute going on between the Philippines and China.
The Bashi channel.
Oh, someone's messing with China. They don't like it. Shocker.
So just a little. I posted the clip, and then I posted on TikTok, being like, "Oh fuck, why did I do this? I'm gonna get get shadow banned."
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the clip went. It's like at 240,000.
Oh,
views.
okay.
Oh.
So the exact opposite happened, but the arguments in there are so fucking crazy. People are just arguing about like, because another name for the South China Sea is the West Philippine Sea, which is really just
Is that what you guys call it?
that's what I would like to call it.
Well, no, the Philippines call it that, and then like
The Philippines wants to call it that.
that's like old New
Yeah.
Yorkers. Like they don't call the RFK bridge. They call it the Triborough Bridge because it's originally Triborough Bridge. But these new age New Yorkers, like the YouTube,
Yeah.
come in like, oh, it's the RFK Bridge.
Yeah, the
Like, no, it's Triborough Bridge.
I
All
always
right?
thought those were separate bridges in my
No.
mind because I've
Yeah.
heard them referred to.
Nah, Triborough is original.
yeah.
Triborough,
It's
okay.
the RFK. I live in East Williamsburg.
Yeah, yeah. So so like okay, so the Philippines call it the West Philippine Sea.
Yeah,
Okay, and the Chinese call it
the South China Sea.
South China Sea.
And most people, that map probably calls it the South China Sea because most people,
right there.
most people go with that.
Yeah, 'cause listen, I mean, They got a billion of them. A lot of stuff comes out of there. We need a lot of them for a lot of
But
products.
the U.S. does not want them to have the entire sea. So if you look at the passage, go down a little bit.
How do I?
You're gonna want to or zoom out. I don't know what you're doing, Gary.
Here.
But that passage between Taiwan and the Philippines
Right here.
is the most exports come from there, or like I think it's like $4 trillion
Oh
of
yeah, 'cause
exports
it's probably easy to just go. Yeah, and then you
come
go.
from come through the South China Sea. So the U.S. doesn't want China to be able to monopolize it, which is why they have bases in the north part of the Philippines and then also in the furthest southwest part.
Okay.
And the north part is actually somewhat probably there to protect Taiwan.
Yeah, Taiwan. Let's talk about that for a second. Listen,
That's beyond my knowledge.
I like how like America is like, listen, America's like, oh, we have to protect Taiwan and their democracy. No, we get all their microchips from them.
Yeah.
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 That's the only reason why.
But that's why
We're not like
There's always a financial reason behind it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But supposedly Biden started making a lot of products over here, so I think China's just gearing up. And we're gonna like once not the most microchips coming from there, we're like, well, China's gotta do what they gotta do.
Wait, we got microchips coming out of here?
Yeah, that's what I heard
That surprises me.
in my fucking bodega research that my guy tells me. So yeah.
Oh,
This is very Queen's education
Yes.
here. So
I'm
it
gonna
could
look
all
this
be
up.
it could all be fake. I have no idea.
I'm gonna look this
But
up.
Taiwan's a tough one though, because you're in the middle of nowhere and you're just a little island, and the big boys coming to play.
Yeah.
It's a big one, and listen, it happens.
And yeah, China is always ready to invade.
Yeah, China just wants some shit.
Yeah, and they definitely want Taiwan because like it goes back to like World War II.
Great, real funny about China though. China got absolutely shit kicked in World War II.
Yeah,
Everyone
got their-
did. So did
yeah.
us.
Yeah,
The
they got
Philippines.
you guys got
Yeah,
your
and
fucking
Philippines,
shit
yeah.
pushed in by Japan,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you guys are just doing the same now to everybody else.
yeah. China is Philippines, not so
yeah.
much. Philippines is still just infighting.
Nah, you guys are just chilling. You
Uh,
just dropping M-bombs casually. You don't
no.
give a shit. You're just having a good time out
Dude,
here.
there had the VP, who is the daughter of the previous president, and the current president are beefing hard. Like she sent like an assassin after him.
Dude,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Philippines, dude. If you love conspiracy,
All right, let's
You gotta
talk
start-
about it, bro. I'm pumped
you-
right now.
you got to start
Oh, gosh.
watching
Dude.
all the shit in the Philippines.
Dude, was the assassin wearing like a ninja costume?
Oh.
Was he? Because if he was, that honestly, you just gotta let him go.
But the Philippines, like, they just openly murder each other.
Yeah.
The president tells you, oh, you can openly murder anyone who says the word drugs, or you even think they're using drugs,
Yeah.
and it's okay.
Just a lot of it's just laying down the law.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it's the wild east.
It's the wild,
out there.
wild east over there.
Wild east, not
Throughout
wild
the
west.
U.S., there are 73 new semiconductor fabrication facilities that are planned for construction or are currently under construction. These are the facilities that make the microchips.
Yeah.
So, and it said
Hey,
that
my bodega guy knows. Okay.
12. It's crazy that a bodega guy is the one who dropped this on
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
It says that 12% of microchips are manufactured in the U.S. today.
Yeah. We're gonna go more and more.
It used to be 37% in 1990.
Yeah, and then now Taiwan has it. Yeah, we're gonna go more and more. Listen, we're gearing up for World War III, and I'm here for it.
I do think it's going to start.
Already started, by the way.
It's
Here?
going to start with the Philippines
Yeah, once
Okay.
China's
Because-
gonna do it.
because China's going to do something.
China's
and-
sitting there. And everyone's like, "You ain't doing shit, China. You ain't doing
Well,
shit."
here's
And
the
I'm
thing.
I'm not punk bitch. I'm not punk bitch. And then they're like, "Yeah, I'm not punk bitch." And like, you are punk bitch. And then they're gonna get pushed through a wall. Like, I gotta fucking fight back. I gotta fight back here. And they're gonna they'll take Taiwan in 2 seconds too.
Oh, they have planes flying over Taiwan. and
Oh, it's so funny. They fuck with Taiwan
Yeah.
so much. They get
Yeah.
to get their Air Force so close to it. They fly into their radar system and they go, "You're in Taiwan's Air Force." Oh, sorry, we didn't know.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I can't do that. Stop. I'm gonna get fucking canceled. Yeah, it's it. Russia does that to us too. You know that Russia just flies over Alaska, and Russia's like, "Oh, I got lost. Sorry."
Yeah, and everyone's like,
Uh,
sorry, we don't care about that
we
one.
just scramble jets, and we're like, "Get out of here." Russia's like, "Oh, I have vodka," and they get out of here. It's fun. We do it to Russia too. It's hilarious.
So in the Philippines is by treaty connected to the U.S. So if China does anything more than they have been doing, then the U.S. has to step in.
Yeah. If they take legitimate military action with missiles, but right now they're just having a water war. They literally have boats with water guns on them, and they're shooting one another.
They're just having a good time out there.
Yeah.
They just
Gary's acting like I'm not
kinda-
the one that told him all this information.
You made me research it, so I.
Yeah.
They're just playing little super soakers. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Gary, what topic do you got for us?
It is all about the area that we're talking about, the Bashi Channel. And, why?
Is this from Jeff's video that he sent us?
Jeff sent the video, and I started watching it.
Gary,
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
go ahead.
I got questions. What's the most hated of the Asian countries? What does each Asian country hate the most?
Japan.
Japan.
Because
Really?
of what they did.
Because what they did.
Yeah.
You guys don't forget.
Never forget.
Never forget. Never
Yes.
forget. Yeah,
My grandfather
World War II was our
apparently,
9/11.
killed some Japanese guys.
I'll tell you something about grandparents. My grandma wouldn't touch Japanese food.
Oh, really?
The enemy.
Oh.
The enemy until she died.
Oh,
Because she lived during World War II.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Buddy, you guys, if you bought a Japanese car in my family, you were not in the will. It was out. You're done.
How racist is your lineage?
The Italian side, probably a little more. I would go a little
What's
more.
the other side?
Irish.
Oh, okay.
That was the Irish
okay.
side.
The
That
Irish
they got-
side didn't like the Japanese.
Yeah, and the Italian side did not like.
Everything else.
Yeah. Anything that wasn't.
Anything.
You got your
anything
bases
that-
covered.
anything that wasn't Italian.
Yeah.
And showing half of me. So depends. It's what it is. What you gonna do? Change them? You gonna do change them back in
Yeah,
the day?
there's no reason
What
to.
we talk about
I
here?
mean, you're not even going to change them today. There's
No.
nothing.
I remember. I'll tell you a story.
Gary's over here trying to tell people that the N-word's all wrong because he's a lib. But
How about this, Gary?
What?
I remember when I was a young, and remember when Diddy was dating Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
My grandma just looks at me, and she goes, "How she kissed that?" I was like, yo, grandma, you can't say that. I was 12 at the time, and I knew. I was like, that's fucking racist, grandma.
yeah. But your
That is
grandma was
racist.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah, she knew about Diddy before anyone did. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happens.
It wasn't because he was black. It was
No,
because
it's because the baby oil. She knew
Yeah.
the baby oil.
How
Yeah.
could she kiss those slippery lips?
Oh, don't clip that part, please.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's,
Oh, whatever. She's dead. You can't cancel
that's
her.
a bummer. That's
God
the
did
funniest
already.
part of the.
Dude, my grandma would always call out any of my classmates I invited over, on their nationality. She'd always be like, "Oh, I tell them, oh, this is David Skamansky." She's like, "Oh, you're Polish." And then she'd say it like that, and then
Really,
just-
your grandma had that kind of knowledge about last names?
yeah, it's yeah. Now that I think about it, now you pointed it out. I don't know why.
Would she
but-
say what they're good at? The
No,
races?
she would
Polish.
not go that far.
She
building, not bad building.
She
Yeah.
rolls out a light bulb and see if you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of you are here going to be able to do this? Let's go.
But yeah, that's what. Yeah,
So everyone hates
my
Japan.
grandmother.
That's why Japan thinks they're elite because they're the top of the.
Well, they did fix themselves up pretty good.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had a big glow up after that.
Yeah. They're the most technological advanced country because they back in the 1900s they had bows and arrows still.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
You ever watch? Did you watch that? What was the show?
Shogun.
Shogun.
I watched a little bit of it. It was too much.
It's a little.
Because you know what it was?
it's
I
a little
want
slow.
to watch a show while I'm literally just holding my phone, looking at shit.
Yeah, and then you
And
gotta
watch
wanna
the
hear-
subtitles.
I watch the subtitles now.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this constantly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was, but they're. I would love to go to Japan and check that place out. But I heard the cities are crazy with
Advanced.
technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just only been through the airports and whatnot, but I just remember seeing
you take a
vending
shit?
machine. Yeah, I did take
Yeah.
a shit. Yeah.
By the way, sometimes I go on. Sometimes I scroll on Japanese TikTok. They love the white guys over there.
Oh yeah.
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 I can go there, be king.
Yeah.
Pick up my litter here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disappoint your grandma a little bit more.
Yeah, well, listen, Grandma, a little lonely, so
Yeah.
I gotta go. But yeah, so it's Japanese. I think there's a very low birth rate now.
And all of it in Japan and Korea.
Yeah,
Oh. I
Yeah.
heard about Japan. I didn't know about Korea.
because I don't know
there's
why,
the
but
4B movement in
I don't know
Korea.
why that they're not having sex.
Oh.
In
That's how
Korea.
annoying women are.
In Korea,
Okay.
it's actually
All right, that's where literally the birth rates are going down because you don't shut your mouths. I'm sorry.
well, Korea. It's actually
sorry. Maybe that's why I'm single.
it's a feminist movement that's going on. In
Oh,
Korea.
really? That's what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
It's
And you got the fathers drilling into the kids about how like the women should obey, probably, and
Yeah.
they're like, we're people too.
but now there's a
Yeah,
they
I-
just got their first wave of feminism, and
Get prepared for it.
it is it's pretty
You
brutal.
know,
They're
it's-
not
They're not having sex with men.
Yeah,
It comes in hot. Let me tell you. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, they got blue hair and they're bi. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
yeah. It's called the 4B movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening in Korea and I guess at Scopo's apartment as well.
Yeah. Yes. It's happened in my apartment for a while.
Yeah.
It's not the first wave of feminism hit my apartment. The third wave of feminism hit my apartment. Honestly, I just look at my dog. I'm like, this is better anyway.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
having
it
more
sounds
fun.
nice.
We're having more fun here. All right, so Japanese are the most. Yeah, they did some fucked up shit. Japanese really had it coming. You guys are
Yeah.
very bad. Yeah, Japanese get to. They kind of. This is how bad the Nazis were. That Japanese literally raped a whole continent, and everyone doesn't like. Well, they didn't murder people.
Yeah.
They didn't murder 6 million people.
Well, I think what happened is we dropped 2 bombs on the country.
Yeah,
And
we
then-
gave them a good one too.
And then everyone was like, "Wow, we crossed the line." That's the first time, like, America felt sorry.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's funny, but not funny about that, but like, all right. So this is like America was preparing to invade the island of Japan during World War II before we dropped the bombs. It was gonna be the bombs which would invade, but they fortified the island so well that they knew that like we're gonna lose a lot of boys. A lot of boys ain't coming home for
Oh.
Christmas. So they
Uh-huh.
printed out 1 million Purple Hearts. That
Really?
they pretty much expected 1 million people to get injured, get Purple Hearts. Then we dropped the bomb, so we didn't use those Purple Hearts. We have not printed 1 Purple Heart since.
because we have
We,
not
we have
needed-
so many in
Oh,
backup. Yeah,
Man,
that's how many people would have been hurt.
That sounds so conspiracy theory. To be honest,
Another
is it
one of
real?
the Bodega guy. No,
Okay.
this is real. This is
It's real.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
real.
that
This
sounds
is,
more real than any of the RFK shit
This
or
is real.
JFK shit we talked about.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
They're
'Cause
just
the
in
whole
story.
thing was like Japan's not going to surrender.
Mm-hmm.
They're not because the emperor was like never surrender. They look at him as a god, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, we're not going to. So they were going to fight to the death. We knew they were going to fight to the death,
Yeah.
and it took 2 fucking atomics to be like, okay, we're tapping out here.
Yeah.
So it's you've heard of those stories like there's like literally Japanese soldiers in the 70s just like in the jungle like
Philippines.
we're not giving
yeah,
up.
yeah. And
There's a dude in the Philippines that up until like 1974.
Yeah.
It's like my orders were to not surrender.
Yeah, and then they drop leaflets and they're like, no, this is communism. They're
Yeah.
taking over on us. And the guy's like, and they had to go in. They had to get one of his superiors
Yeah.
to go
Oh.
in there and be like, but buddy, it's over. Okay, calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
He was like, what he would do, he was hiding in the jungles, and then he would like sneak down to a village and kill like a goat or something that, like a Filipino farm animal, and then drag it back up, and then he'd survive off that for like 3 months.
Imagine if you're that guy though. You go into the jungle in like 45, whatever, and then you're 30 years you're just in the jungle thinking the war's still going on, and you come back in like 75, and there's just a white guy sitting at a cafe in Japan, just like what the shit is going on here? Like, what do you do? He's like, do you like in my head? He's like, I have to kill this guy. That's what you're trained to do.
I would probably just, I mean, that guy has to have like wanted to off himself.
No, dude, he like lived a life. He like worked at a factory after.
Oh,
they,
really?
They kind of paraded him around
oh,
the
no,
country.
yeah. He lived to like the 1990s.
Yeah,
or something
they
like that.
paraded him around the country as like a guy who he never gave up or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like giving speeches about like not giving up, follow your passions,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, fuck the guys that climbed Everest. That guy.
Yeah, that guy's a
survived.
warrior. Honestly, killing goats out here.
And he just assimilated back into society?
I don't think he did it well.
Okay.
I
yeah.
think
Oh,
some things
okay.
happened where he was gone.
I wonder.
Still.
I also wonder if Japan like gave him a good cushion to land on when he came back.
Oh, they must have.
Give him a couple cash, a couple yen.
Maybe.
You know,
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Give him a nice apartment.
I would
'Cause-
just build him a house in the jungle and be like, just don't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to sit here.
You're used to this.
You're used to this.
And then just like leave some goats astray.
Yeah. Here's a farm of goats here. Just have your will.
Just
with them.
release a goat into the wild so he can hunt it and feel alive again.
Yeah, that's crazy to come back to.
Gary, all right. What are we
got-
learning about?
We kind of it is an interesting there's so many things going on in the Bashi channel. And it's part
Explain
military.
what the Bocce channel is.
The Bashi channel is the 50-mile passageway from the south of Taiwan, from the north of the Philippines.
Northernmost island of the Philippines.
Yes, and as we mentioned before, that there is it's a key trade route. It's basically there's 6 ways to get to China, but that's the most profitable way and the easiest way to get from the South China Sea or the West Philippine Sea to the Pacific. So it's so profitable. And what else? There's also
Every week we make Garri do a
Garri,
book
let me tell you
report.
something. Stellar.
Stella?
You're doing a great job here,
Here's
buddy.
the thing.
Appreciate it.
Gary's just learned. We've had him do so many book reports, and
So
he
many book
has
reports.
ate it on every single one up until recently, and he's starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him. At the age of 47 or however the fuck old
52.
he is,
Yeah, you look good, buddy. You must
Thank you.
moisturize.
but he is finally figuring out how to learn a thing, take some notes, and then present it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So what's
And-
going on in the sea area?
And so Taiwan, as we mentioned, they're always under the threat of being invaded by China.
That's a tough. If you're in Taiwan, that's a tough way to live.
So
Just one day, like the bat signal goes up, and then you got to get the hell out of
it's
there.
so normalized.
Yeah, it is kind of normal. Like they're used to the
The sirens.
Yeah, the sirens.
But
the-
there's
the-
got to be like
the
a
fighter jets flying over.
there's
there.
got to be like a China signal that they're coming.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, you can have the sirens of like the regular,
Songs.
where you're like, oh, police, whatever. But then there's the big one.
Yeah. But I think it happens so often that they're just like, well, this is the way that we live.
Do you think? Oh, do you think they did when the planes fly over, they just put the sirens out and then they go hide, or like they're just waiting for the big one?
I bet the sirens go off and then 60% of them keep walking. Like they just have their headphones on or whatever.
You really? Okay. I mean, if I was there, I'd be petrified.
I don't know. Maybe I think they it's a call to arms. I think they suit up. They get.
Oh,
their
they're
guns.
fighting.
Yeah. They're gonna.
You think every week the sirens go off and they go, all right, I got to go put on my military gear and then grab my AK.
Honey, have you seen my hat?
Yeah.
Have you seen my hat? I gained weight. I know I gained weight. Jesus Christ.
I think there's got to be, like you said, like a bat signal. Like there's like the super what do you call it, gong, if you will, that goes off, and they know that it's time for war.
What do you think the bat signal
Well,
is?
I think that's gonna
Just a
happen.
bowl of rice?
Yeah.
Just in the air? Just coming?
Yeah. I think that's gonna happen, but it's not. These sirens go. China flies planes over them so often.
Yeah.
The sirens
But
go off.
But do they fly over to the point where you can't see them? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in their airspace, it goes off. The
Yeah.
airspace is like miles away from the actual country.
I don't think they go like directly over land that often.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not buzzing the tower.
Yeah, they're not maverick.
Yeah, they're not
They're not
mavericking
mavericking it. Yeah.
But I do think
But-
that those sirens will go off and they'll just be like, "Well, there it goes again."
Yeah.
I watched some video where they were talking about how it's just like this is just normal life. It's I don't know. I'm trying to think of like another situation where they're constantly under threat. I think Korea.
Well,
Same
North
thing happened.
Korea.
South Korea did the same thing during the Korean War.
Yeah. Kim Jong-un wants to play some games. That guy.
I mean, wars happen, we live through wars all the time,
This war's going on right
Yeah.
now.
and we aren't even aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
changes. It changes me, like not at all.
Because it doesn't sell tickets.
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly.
sell tickets.
Because we
you
watched
know?
the wars
You wanna-
on TV.
You
We
want
were
a
just
war.
seeing
You
it.
want one that I want to sell
Yeah.
tickets to this war.
Yeah.
You know, the other wars, Syria war doesn't sell tickets. Doesn't move the needle.
There's
You
not-
think Israel's gonna move the needle?
No, they'll back off eventually.
But you don't think that they're gonna make some good movies out of that?
Out of this one, there'll be a couple, because listen, they control the media. So, they'll make a few movies.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me here. Probably. I would
Yeah,
say
they'll probably make like their own version of Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh.
13 hours comes
Yeah.
out. Who knows? But the Russian-Ukraine war, there'll be a few.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The Russian propaganda's got to be just off the charts.
Oh, you think that it's going to be Russian movies?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Hollywood.
US.
What's Hollywood going to do?
I mean, there's a Russian Hollywood, I guess. There definitely is. There's a Russian Hollywood
Really?
where Drago beats Rocky. You know?
Yeah. That was Russia
Yeah.
behind that movie.
Yeah.
I did ask a Russian one time. I was like, "In your world, does Drago beat Rocky?" And then they're like, "We didn't know what the hell was going on. We had no idea."
That was us. That was
the movie
for
came
us.
out. And I was like, "You never watched Rocky? You kidding me?" But yeah, definitely Russia. Yeah, because like I've heard like there's some huge, not big American actors, but like they'll pay like C-list stars just an insane amount of money to go act in this Russian
Oh,
film.
sure. Yeah.
They'll give you like a Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme, like
Just
a couple mil.
absurd money to go do this, and then like they gotta like it's like Russian propaganda. Like, look, Americans here, Americans doing it.
Yeah.
And America's like, we just want cash.
You know, here's another story. In Korea, Kim Jong-il,
The father.
the father, well, he's the second leader of the Republic of North Korea.
Mm-hmm. There was the
'Cause-
grandfather.
The grandfather, Kim Il-sung, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kim Jong-il was the marketing guy. He was the propaganda head while his father was in charge. Also, he was the only guy that had access to Western films. So he would watch like James Bond movies, and then he'd think that they were documentaries.
That's so
Or
funny.
not documentaries, but docudramas.
Buddy, do you know the facts that come out of North Korea
No.
that they tell people?
No.
Dude, they tell that Kim Jong, the father, created the cheeseburger.
It's
No.
like anything.
Yeah. Dude, and also Kim Jong-un shot a 36 on an 18-hole course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a hole-in-one on every single.
So it was a hole-in-one every
Hole in
single
one?
one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he shot an
No,
18,
I don't think it was 18. I think it was like 25 or something. Like, he didn't go that crazy.
But it was a hole-in-one, I think, on every single one.
Really? That's
And then he never golfed again.
yeah. He gave it up.
Dude, that's
Dude,
wild.
some of the facts are so funny, and then people like just believe it.
Yeah, there's something about how the way that he was born. I forget what the story was. It's some crazy story about how he was born because it's to show that he was born. He's actually like a deity, but it turns out he was actually born in Russia. Like he wasn't even in the country.
Dude, he killed his own like uncle. He murked his own uncle,
Kim Jong Il,
the son, the Kim Jong Un.
Kim Jong Un. Yes. Yeah.
Un murked
he
his
killed
own
his
uncle.
own uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uncle
it was so
Uncle
funny.
was out here talking some wild shit, and
But
Kim
the
Jong's
one-
like, "You got to learn."
That is funny how they did it.
They went airport.
Yeah, they had these two girls and told them that they were actors on a prank show.
Yeah, North Korean prank show. And they go, "You have to prank this guy here." They went up to him like that. They chloroformed his face, and he just
and
fucking
then,
died.
yeah, and then he dies.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
and they were
That's the-
cheering. They were like, "We won the money! We won the money!"
Did they put that
Nah,
on?
you
Oh,
didn't,
my
but,
God.
that was, yeah, I don't know. They have like CCTV camera of it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gary, you gonna teach us or not?
I'm trying
We're
to.
teaching Gary this week.
Yeah, I
Gary-
know,
We're
this
having
is-
fun with
Gary,
Gary.
you
I have
have
all
to-
these notes.
Hey, out of all the
Here's-
whites, am I the one that knows Asian culture the best?
Well, we only have had Jeff.
That
is-
hillbilly?
yeah, but Jeff also
he's pretty knowledgeable.
he's pretty knowledgeable. Only, but that's through us.
I want to be the best white.
I'm trying to think, who else have we had on the podcast? No, Peter Wong. Oh, Max Fine. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah. Dan Davies was on one time.
Dan Davies. He doesn't know anything.
Not anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So
What else you got?
you might be
Cool.
you might
Me and Jeff?
you are the one that's came with your own knowledge.
Yeah, it's just studying you guys.
I have
Listen, you got to study the enemy. You need to know. They need to know their movements.
Yeah.
we are
Okay?
gonna. Yeah.
he watches all these YouTube videos
Buddy,
through binoculars.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
He puts leaves in front of his face.
I actually crouch and eat noodles at the same time, and I go, I'm ready for this.
Oh,
For the takeover.
Yeah, it's coming.
yeah. So if the thing is, if China invades Taiwan, it's going to trigger a response where North America and Japan have to act, and they have to.
Isn't it kind of wild? We're like boys with Japan now.
Why is Japan?
They're involved in the. We have a treaty with them.
Yeah.
Do they
'Cause
have?
we told
do
them-
or Taiwan?
America does. America and
America has
Japan
a-
has it with Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
Because we were like, you did some bad shit, and like, we know. And then they're like, now you got to listen to us.
Yeah. And so
I don't even. Who's their leader?
Japanese leader.
Yeah,
Dude,
Prime
you know what's so
Minister?
funny? I don't know anyone's leader of another world.
I know the Philippines. I know China.
I know China. China. I don't know his name, but I know like
Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we don't know anything. Americans don't know anything. Like it's so fun during the elections. Like all the Europeans were so nervous about who we're going to be
Yeah.
the president. It's like back off, Europe. Okay.
And then I know North Korea.
Yeah, well, you gotta know one of the goats.
And then I think that's it. That's as far as I go.
Yeah, that's a bit. Un is just like I know him because he
Actually-
he likes Dennis Rodman. That's how I know.
Fully as far as I go, I
He's a
also
huge Rodman fan.
I also only know Brazil and Canada,
Wow.
and that's it.
Trudeau.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't
Japan's got
name
a prime
another
minister.
president
Don't you think every Canadian just deserves a little slap in the face from America?
from a black person.
Just America. just be like you know what? You ever see the movie Casino where Pesci's yelling at De Niro? He's like, "You only exist out here because of me."
Oh, they're in the desert.
Yeah. I feel like that's in Canada. You only exist because of us. So mind your business and stay in your lane.
I saw this on TikTok Shop.
You should pump the brakes.
Uh,
What is that?
it's a mask of a black guy, just a random black guy.
Talk about blackface. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
Blackface
the
is
ultimate
getting
blackface.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like a Nixon mask, but of a black guy. I'll try to remember to edit this in. I am bad at editing in these little moments.
Well, you edited in my picture.
But I put it in the thumbnail because I said I was going to edit in,
Yeah.
and then I finished editing the pod and then listened to it.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, well, I'm not going to go back and redo the shit.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes forever to export.
Okay, what Asian
It's
fact
a
you
ton
got?
of work that I do, Gary.
I got
that,
another Asian question.
All right.
Why do they blur the vagina in porn?
That's a good question. You want to look that up, Gary?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
What is that about?
By
By the way, when I like watch Asian, the girls scream too much. It's not real for me.
Oh, I'm not watching Asian porn.
Yeah, I'm not-
they like
yeah.
they kind of like like a squealer kind of like. Ee. I'm like, it's not that good. Relax.
That
It's
is what
fake.
that's what I sound like.
Yeah. That's how you come.
Yeah.
Ee.
I'm like a squeaky wheel.
It's too much. It's too much for. I can't deal with the noise.
I think they
Alright.
changed the censorship laws though, right? In Japan.
Porn.
There's something about how some censorship law.
Ever watched a video?
It's just like why? I mean, it takes the fun out of it.
For us, yeah.
It takes the fun out of it. That
Do you think though, if we started out that way, that it would be just as fun as seeing the actual?
yeah, but we don't know. We don't know anything. But
Yeah.
you're telling me
Have you ever had sex with an Asian lady?
yes, but one time she was a Filipino, I think.
Were you surprised
tracks.
that her vagina was not blurred out?
I was like, this is weird. It's
Yeah.
not pixelated. And yeah, I was once, yeah, but it's just a weird thing. Like, why that? I don't understand.
Well, according to the Article 175 of the Japanese Penal Code, it is illegal to share indecent materials. Though this may sound familiar to the rule closer to home, Japanese artistes of the adult variety have found a way to circumvent this. They simply blur out the genitalia. As amusing as it may sound to someone on the outside, appropriately placed digital mosaics are a big deal in Japan, or at least they have become so.
Digital mosaics?
Yeah. This is from
does that
GQ India. Pixelated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a law that, or in 2004, for the first time in 20 years, Article 175 was used against Suwa Yuji, creator of the manga Misitsu or Honeyroom.
Oh, because was she drawing vaginas?
I'm
Yeah.
just, you know, it's funny. I'm thinking, I'm like, if I'm like a 15-year-old Japanese boy, just watching blurred out porn my whole life, and then you
Yeah.
finally see a real vagina,
And you're like,
and
"Whoa,
it's gross. Get out of here. Ugh.
what the fuck?
Get it pixelated. I don't like this shit.
Why is it all
Ugh.
slimy?
Yeah.
I,
Ugh.
I stole a porn from the Chinese grocery store that we used to go to as a kid. And
Do you think that's why they are attacking the fish boats?
yes,
think that-
I caused this.
Retribution.
And I remember watching it, and it was like fuzzy. It was like, it looked opaque. I don't know how to describe it. Just not like pixelated, but whatever technology they had back in, I don't know, 92, it was just like kind of blurred out. And I was just like, oh, this is weird. So even in like Chinese porn, they were doing it. I assume that it was Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. I'm learning a lot of facts today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
that's
else is going on in the China world? In the Asian world, I should say.
Well, Gary brings us one topic.
I'll bring one topic. The main port that is in Taiwan, that is in that Bashi channel, it's called Kaohsiung. It's the world's 15th largest container port, and it sits right next on the Bashi channel. and it handles a majority of oil products and bulk cargo. So if a war were to break out, in order to get all the materials needed to support the war, it would be that port. And so that's what China would be fighting for. That's what we would be
They
trying
would
to
do a
protect.
blockade.
Yeah.
Wait,
do a-
so if a war broke out,
Mm-hmm.
I guess okay. Let's say a war happens between and U.S. on one side, China's on the other, right?
Okay, that's a big one. Okay,
That's huge.
That's like Holyfield Tyson.
And I know that we do have guns in this country. There's a whole bunch of evidence of that. Are our guns coming from China?
It's a great question. I don't know. I don't know. I think guns are made by the military industrial complex. The parts maybe come from China,
Well, that's what
which is a big thing.
Oh.
Yeah, because like the company, it's what's his face. What was
Smith & Wesson?
George Bush's Veep?
Yeah, but you're telling
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton.
You're telling me that a bunch of American kids can't go over and beat that country. I mean,
I know.
I don't think they can.
I mean,
I don't think they
you
can.
are limber, so you might be able to get into
We
a
have
small
there's
hole.
so many of them.
There's so I know, but like the boys,
Do they have nukes?
they got nukes. Yeah,
Okay.
they're rolling
Everybody
hard.
has nukes.
No,
Yeah, I
like
don't
all
think
the
they.
big-
I don't think they can.
you can't. But China would be the country I think that would shoot a nuke off first.
I feel like a war's gonna happen, and then Kim Jong Un's just gonna shoot one off. Be like,
Yeah.
hey,
Sorry.
I'm also here.
Sorry, I hit the other button. I didn't mean the red button. My bad. I invented the nuke actually, so
Yeah.
like I invented the nuke. I want to show this off. I don't know. I think China would be the country because like they're just crazy. They want power. Is what
Yeah.
my bodega guy tells me. I don't know. I'm not positive.
Dude, we gotta
Probably
meet your
great
We
people.
need to have your bodega guy on the show.
Buddy Poppy's the best. And yeah, they just want power. I have no idea. By the way, I have known nothing about the world. And
You're much more knowledgeable than I thought you were gonna be.
yeah, I know it's buddy because I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I just sit at home learning facts.
What are you watching YouTubes?
Oh, I love YouTube. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, YouTube will get me down a rabbit. You know what? TikTok and YouTube, TikTok is so good. Shout out China. They know exactly what I want at what time. When it's like 2 a.m, they know I want positive motivational videos and conspiracy theories. No, like we know what you want.
That's
buddy.
what you wanted
At
too.
2 a.m. in the
yeah.
morning?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I need to
dude.
get lifted up for the next day, and I need someone to.
When do the big jugs come in?
No, I know big jugs on TikTok.
Oh really?
No,
No,
but-
not even
no.
bouncy ones? I mean,
Nope,
no?
I go away
You know
from
what?
that.
What I have been has been popping up for me. It's like just a girl not wearing a bra and going on live.
No, yeah, I see that's once. I know if I stay on it for a minute, the algorithm's gonna be like, oh, he wants this. So I real quick. I'm like, no,
okay.
I don't want it. I want.
Yeah, they
and then
tricked
like,
me.
and then like during the day, I want like sports stuff, and then at night, I want you to get me deep. I want you to get me about the Ark of the Covenant, something like that.
Oh, I do
Something
that during the day.
really
That's 3 p.m. for
Something
me.
fucking really good to get me going. And TikTok's like, we got you, bro. You know what you want.
So Gary, we're almost done, and
Are we
you haven't
really?
taught us anything.
I have not. Yeah. It's well here. China in the.
What I'm trying to teach Gary to do is how to box out. He has to learn how to box out conversationally.
And China
does
has
not
done.
stand
I
up
believe
for
you call that
himself at
karate. Box
Yeah.
out.
The Chinese military has had 6 live fire drills since 2022.
What's that mean?
They're practicing basically invading Taiwan. Like they're organizing like the PLA.
I wonder if they have like a full 2 scale created version of Taiwan in China somewhere.
Oh, easily.
They just have a.
There's some lake out there.
Where do you
that has
practice? Oh,
Taiwan.
it's the Taiwan trading course. That's what we practice. Yeah. They're just running over the country.
Yeah.
They
It's in
built
one of the
they built
hills.
the whole mountain up and everything.
Yeah, definitely. There's like a small lake, where they practice every day. It's probably part of the curriculum. I feel like they could probably teach the kids.
Great Wall of China. That's an impressive feat right there.
Yeah.
That thing. That's the only thing you see. One of the things you can see from space.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's the only man-made thing you can see, right?
I heard that so when people were building that back in the day, and they just because people just died on the thing, it fell or something, they just bury them inside the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
There's bodies
How
just
long
in
is
there.
that thing?
It's a couple thousand miles.
Man,
Do you want me to look it up? I'll look it
Yeah, look up the Great Wall of China.
Gary, teach us what you need to teach us.
up. How much time do we have left?
But it's
We're at 55 minutes.
it's crazy that like they just built that and they were like, no one's gonna go over this. We don't have ladders.
Next podcast, I'm me and Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is Rogers is our next guest. We're sitting in silence until you teach us everything.
Well, we're gonna get through this. We're carrying that one over. It is. How is that not like the first thing on this?
What?
The
Length?
length of the Great
Did you
Wall
type
of China?
length?
No, I just typed in Great Wall of China.
But you're a bad Asian.
Yeah, you're bad. You're bad.
Honestly.
You're so bad at researching.
But
I bet it'll pop up right away.
21,196 kilometers.
13,170 miles.
There you go.
That's
Hmm.
long.
You can run a marathon on that. There is a marathon
But
on
you
the Great
can.
Wall.
But I think you can run a lot of
You can
marathons
run
on
a lot.
that.
Quite a
Actually,
few, yeah.
Yes.
And so
there's a countless amount of marathons you could run on that.
Gary's trying to brag because he ran a 5K.
You ran a 5K?
I ran the Rocky Balboa run in South Philly. Or no, I was in by the art theater or the movie. Oh my God,
He's
the
nervous.
museum.
In the museum?
Yeah, it was.
Did you run up? Did you run up the steps?
No, they don't allow you to run up the steps.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it just
think-
ends at the bottom.
That's why
of the
Philadelphia blows. Honestly, yeah, you can't have
Yeah.
fun doing this.
steps. Yeah, but it was a good time. Yeah,
5K is only 2.2 miles though.
3.1
3.2.
miles.
3.1 miles. Excuse me.
3.1 miles.
3.1 miles. Okay. Well, how'd
Yeah.
you do? What'd you place?
Oh, God, I don't even know.
Did you walk it at all?
A couple of I took a break. I was not ready for the changes in elevation.
Oh.
Elevation.
See,
Yeah.
I'm a Seattle
City's-
guy.
The city's flat.
No, there was definitely I looked at it at my
You're not
stats.
in Denver, Gary. You're not going up in.
Dude, I felt it
altitude.
in my legs. I was just like, "There's something weird. I gotta."
By the way,
walk
that's
this
how I know
around."
I'm a poorly crafted human. I went to Utah for my cousin's wedding, and the elevation, dude. We climbed a little bit of a hill to
Yeah.
go watch this concert.
Utah's not even that. I was just in Utah.
It's
Not
pretty-
that bad.
Oh well, don't tell my system. Dude, it was me and my 75-year-old aunt had to stop and get oxygen. Just two of
Oh.
us breathing oxygen with each
Well,
other.
you probably were dehydrated.
I'm
a
just
little.
poorly crafted. I was like,
You gotta drink. You gotta get them electrolytes in when you're in elevation.
Wait, did they have a tank? Where did the oxygen?
no,
No.
they had we bought this oxygen thing they sell. It was just fucking me and my aunt just going, give me the oxygen. I can't breathe.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, good times out there.
All right, Gary, are you gonna teach us about this, or are we gonna move on?
What else? What else is going on in the Asians?
What do you call it? So there's all these this is so what's the word, military, that I had to look up a lot of stuff, like the forced projection, the
Oh
whole
yeah, I already know what that is.
yeah, where it's basically a country or government is posturing their military, and that's what they're concerned about. Mostly, if China is trying to force projection on this channel, then how does the U.S. respond? And so there are 4 new bases in northern
Dude,
Luzon.
have you looked up the South China Sea stuff?
Now I'll look
On
it up when I
YouTube?
get home.
That's gonna be. It's fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
There are all these coral reefs that China has fucked up because they built military bases on it. Because
Yep.
because the way the country property for oceans works
Mhm.
is that you get up to approximately 2 miles from your land, and that is your sea. China has extended China by building all these military bases on the coral reef, and
Just
now
messing it up, yeah.
now they're trying to claim even more of the South China Sea
China.
through that.
What I love about Chinese people, not big into
And the environment.
the environment.
Yeah,
You guys
they
burn
don't care.
shit constantly.
Yeah.
They burn shit constantly. My
Yeah.
my landlord used to burn trash in the backyard. Just go right into my. I'm like, stop burning this. This is illegal. My dad works for a garbage company. I know. So it's stop doing it. But they were like, what? I'm like, you can't do this. This is illegal. This is why you have you give 20% of the
I
world's
love.
pollution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cultural thing. We love burning plastic.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it done
Historically.
in the Philippines, dude.
Yeah,
It's
you guys
fucking
love to burn it, and then you'll just take
Yeah.
a nice smoke just watching it burn.
It's a long held tradition that our families have passed down for hundreds of years.
Yeah, you guys love burning into
Burning
the
trash.
atmosphere.
yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, you guys. They don't give a fuck about the environment. It's kind of funny.
I don't know if you've ever seen styrofoam melt with acetone. Like that's also another technique where they take basically nail polish remover and they just pour it over styrofoam and it dissolves into
Oh, really?
grossness. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Good facts.
All right, Gary. I
This
don't
is
think.
fun. Yeah,
you-
sure.
Did you get an advice thing?
Oh yeah, I have some advice thing. There we go.
Gary, we're gonna skip the rest of the your topic.
Oh.
This is
I
what
think
hap-
I think you're crushing it, Gary.
Thank you.
I think you're doing great
Hey,
up there.
don't let him think.
Shut
that.
up, bro.
Don't.
All right.
I need him to rise to the occasion, and he needs to stand up for it.
He's risen. I believe he's risen.
Okay.
Okay, what do you do for work, by the way? I hope this is not your full-time job.
No, this is not my full-time
good.
job. I have an amount of savings that many would consider a lot.
This is the advice thing.
Yeah.
Is,
I
is
want to
is
spend
this
it.
an Asian, by the way?
No.
No.
No, okay.
This
So
is
that-
just
totally separate.
random.
when you said a
Yeah.
lot of money, I was like, oh, it's definitely an Asian.
Yeah.
I assumed.
So
This is how you know it's not an Asian. I want to spend it, as I'm not sure how long I will be alive. I can't exactly explain how much I have because I don't want someone who's from a country with strong currency to deem me poor and not be able to do anything. I have no duty to be considered rich in someone else's country, but here, friends have said I'm good. For reference, I will say I have savings total to a third of a 3-room apartment purchase value. My mom.
What country?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
That's
yeah.
what I
If
was.
this is
wondering.
Williamsburg, you got a nice chunk of change. If you're in bumfuck Kentucky, you got nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's also talking about a 3-bedroom apartment in
Like the Philippines or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's nothing.
That's nothing, yeah. All right, my psychologist, who I see once a month, has acted lukewarm and tepid and assured me I won't die soon. But my dad twice this year told me he almost got killed by a speeding car.
So this guy's young too.
Yeah. My mother had a choking episode, which would have been quite horrible had I not been there to help her. In my neighborhood, 2 men have been murdered by outsiders in the last 7 months.
Well, hold on, real
And-
quick. Take some of that money and move to a better neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
What was wrong with you? This guy's an idiot. Stop
Yeah.
listening to your parents.
I've not been able to accept my neighborhood being bad, though, just to clarify. The outsiders are robbers. I think I might not be alive in 3 to 4 years from now. I'm 29. I don't want to leave my savings for relatives as I have no assurance they will use it wisely. How should I spend 90% or 75% of my saved money? Everyone I talk to, when they talk about saving for a car or house, to save for a car or house, I'm decidedly derisive and critical of them. I knew a young gentleman who saved, thus renounced pleasures for years to start building his house and got killed in a robbery. So what good did renouncing
But
pleasures
he is
for
in a
years
shitty
give him?
neighborhood. If everyone's getting murdered,
Can I just be
around
honest with you? I think he's got needs a better positive outlook in his life.
Yeah.
Jeez, I mean, this guy's
Yeah.
just everyone's dying around him. Just buckle up, buddy. The world's tough.
Yeah.
First of all, go on a trip. Just go on a trip.
Yeah, go on a trip.
Spend $5,000, go on a trip, have fun, come back, and you're like, okay, well, I don't need to spend everything.
Yeah.
Just go have a good time. This guy's worrying too much.
Buy something nice for himself.
What are they saying there?
Why does it sound like that? What's this? Sounds like you need to talk this over with a therapist about your mental state, which I think I get spending. Yeah, I get spending money to enjoy yourself, but not because you might get run over by a car.
Yeah, you don't
Listen-
spend money just to not have it.
Listen,
Anymore.
buy Dogecoin. Let's have a good time out here with this Doge.
Yeah.
Let's have fun with the Dogecoin. Shiba Inu. I'm big into Shiba.
Oh, really? Are you
Yeah.
a coin guy?
I am
are you
now.
a crypto guy?
I don't know. Whatever.
I lost all of my money on Doge. I lost not all of my money.
I got
but,
money
like,
in Doge. I'm doing okay.
I lost so I invested about $4,000 into Doge.
At what price?
The night that Elon Musk
Well,
was hosting us.
The worst night to buy it. That's by far the worst night
This
to
is
buy it.
honestly the highest price possible.
Yeah.
Then it tanked immediately.
Yeah. What are you doing?
And I think I lost
My average is like 13 cents or something like that. So I'm doing pretty good.
yeah, my average was like 47
Yeah,
cents
you're
or
an
something
idiot.
like that.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't know everyone was saying it was going to go up.
Do you have it still?
I sold it all
You're dumb. It's gonna go back up.
but I sold it to put it into a stock that's going well right now.
Oh, what stock was that?
I'm in Rocket Lab.
Rocket Lab?
Yeah, Rocket Lab
Is that Kim Jong Un's company?
it's
Rocket Man? Come on.
the number one
Search
probably the next number one competitor with SpaceX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so hilarious. SpaceX and Rocket Man is going to be the people that are shooting rockets.
Yeah. But Rocket Lab, what they do, they built like a reusable rocket.
What's the trading at?
Right now it's at 26.
Ooh, maybe I'll go into that.
And I bought in at $6.
Ooh, how you doing?
Yeah. Wait, do we resolve this guy's issue?
No, this guy's more mental, I think.
Here's an interesting one. Is there a cause that you feel strongly about? Maybe you can start donating to a charity.
Oh, that's
what
an
are
idea.
we doing? No.
I do think like
Donate to yourself, buddy. What's wrong with you?
go
Donate
on a
to
trip.
charities.
Okay, so this is another thing. We have to I think I've realized this guy lives in a shitty area because
Is it though? Because like, is 3 people dying around here that crazy?
No, but that's not the reason why I think this. I also think maybe he was just raised in a shitty way because he has no sense of what kind of fun he wants to have.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. So if he can't figure out how to like get out of his city
situation,
or situation, he's got a ton of money, so he can go anywhere. He just needs to figure out what kind of fun that he wants.
It's just how crazy I am. If I was like, oh, I'm going to die in 4 years, whatever, I just spend it on hookers and blow.
Yeah,
That's all I would
and then
do.
die in 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Who
Why
cares?
not?
I'm going to die. Let's go out and blaze it. That's why if, like, I'm sober, but if, like, Putin shoots a nuke off, I'm going right to a bar. There's no shot in hell I am going out sober, and I'm going out with a nice bag of blow, and I'm going out with, like, a 6-pack.
All right.
Because I'm toast. We're toast anyway.
Yeah.
I'll get an Uber and meet you.
Yeah, come hang out. What am I going to survive the Holocaust, annihilation of the world? Yeah, I want to have, my face melted off and be like, oh no, I'm surviving. No, I'm going out with a beer, like a good time. I'll probably put a Mets game on to watch it and go out in glory.
Yeah, and just watch them lose at the very end.
No, I put a winner game on or something like that.
Yeah.
But the problem is the only good game was the '86. I wasn't even born yet.
All right, that's gonna be the whole episode. Garri, you gotta box out.
I gotta. Okay.
I've been saying this for weeks, and he just doesn't listen to me.
No, I think Garri
also, you know what he doesn't do? Text you back.
Garri.
He hates that. It's not just you, Wilfred.
You're Filipino?
Yes.
And you're Filipino?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no like hierarchy here. So that's why it's like, if he thinks a Filipino's like tell him what to do, he's get pissed off.
Maybe he doesn't like that I'm younger than him and I'm his boss for this podcast.
No, it's just regular.
I think
my
doesn't
cousins
like
get
me.
on me about it too.
What do you
Like,
do for work, Garri?
I just work in a coffee shop.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it
Yeah.
going? Do you do the orders properly?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
All
boring.
right, ready? You work in a coffee shop. What race do you not like the most that comes in there and orders coffee?
Yeah, let's finally get into good.
And don't say white, guys. Specific kind of white.
It's gotta be. It's
white. If it's white.
It's not so much a race. It's people who think that all coffee drinks are the same. If they order at Tim Hortons, they think they can order something the same thing at Starbucks, and it doesn't
those
translate.
would be Canadians.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go with Canadians. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Man, he's really trying. No, don't let him get out of
Don't
this
walk
one.
this. Yeah, don't
He's
walk
trying to
this
get out of
line.
this.
Give me a good one.
give you. Oh man. I'd have to say who are the worst customers ethnically. The rudeness of some Jewish people really gets me.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Garri
I'll
hates
be honest
Jews.
with you.
You've been.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was an episode of
just
Democracy
take and
Now!
take, huh? They
And they
take
just-
countries, then they take coffees.
It's just the bluntness. Like, I want coffee. I'm like, okay.
All right,
and
we're
what-
ending with this. Garri hates Jews.
Come on.
I'm stopping the
Nazi.
And Jesus.
All
Come
right.
on, Garri.
And it's just it's
Why don't
it's
you-
unpleasant. It's very unpleasant.
All right, you guys.
Real quick. When they order coffee again, they really go, "Und Sie give you coffee?" Just go into a German accent. Like, I was doing that thing. I had to talk to my Führer.
Just okay. I'll try that. I'll give
My
that a
Führer
try
over
next
here
time.
says no, which means just my leader. So they asked me, my leader over here.
Yeah.
Give it a go. Garri, thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for ending the episode. Garri hates Jews. We'll see you next week.